The mainstream media has been inundating the public with an onslaught of global warming propaganda in recent years, sparking a heated debate about the true intentions behind this crusade. While the issue of climate change is undoubtedly a pressing concern, it is essential to examine the motivations of the mainstream media and the potential implications of their unwavering narrative. The evidence suggests that the mainstream media's zeal for promoting the global warming agenda is not merely driven by a desire to raise awareness about the issue, but rather to control the narrative and manipulate public opinion. One of the primary reasons the mainstream media wants to control us with global warming propaganda is to create a sense of urgency and fear among the population. By constantly bombarding the public with dire predictions and catastrophic scenarios, the media aims to create a collective sense of anxiety, which can be leveraged to justify radical policy changes and increase government control. This tactic is reminiscent of the problem-reaction-solution paradigm, where a problem is created or exaggerated, and then a preconceived solution is presented as the only viable option. In the case of global warming, the media's hysterical coverage has paved the way for governments to introduce draconian measures such as carbon taxes, stricter regulations, and even proposals for a global governance framework. Another motivation behind the mainstream media's global warming propaganda is to promote a particular ideological agenda. The notion of anthropogenic climate change has become closely tied to the ideology of environmentalism, which often prioritizes the interests of the planet over those of human beings. By pushing this narrative, the media aims to create a cultural shift where individual freedoms and economic growth are seen as secondary to the need to protect the environment. This agenda is closely aligned with the goals of globalist elites, who seek to create a more centralized and controlled world order. By promoting the idea that climate change is a global problem requiring a global solution, the media helps to lay the groundwork for the implementation of a one-world government. Furthermore, the mainstream media's obsession with global warming propaganda also serves to distract the public from more pressing issues. By focusing attention on a hypothetical future catastrophe, the media diverts attention away from real and immediate problems such as economic inequality, government corruption, and social injustice. This diversionary tactic allows the powers that be to maintain their grip on power, while the public remains fixated on a distant and hypothetical threat. Additionally, the media's climate change narrative has become a convenient tool for silencing dissenting voices and labeling anyone who questions the official story as a denier or a skeptic. This tactic has been used to discredit and marginalize individuals who challenge the dominant narrative, including scientists, journalists, and politicians. The mainstream media's control over the global warming narrative is also deeply tied to the interests of corporate sponsors and advertisers. Many of the companies that advertise on major media outlets have significant investments in the renewable energy sector, and therefore have a vested interest in promoting the idea that fossil fuels are the primary cause of climate change. By hyping the threat of global warming, the media helps to create a market for green technologies and products, which in turn benefits their corporate sponsors. This conflict of interest has led to a situation where the media is more interested in promoting a particular ideology than in reporting the facts. In conclusion, the mainstream media's propaganda campaign on global warming is not merely a well-intentioned effort to raise awareness about a pressing issue. Rather, it is a carefully crafted narrative designed to control public opinion, promote a particular ideology, and serve the interests of powerful elites. By creating a sense of urgency and fear, the media aims to justify radical policy changes and increase government control while distracting the public from more pressing issues and silencing dissenting voices. As the public, it is essential to be aware of these motivations and to approach the media's narrative with a critical eye, seeking out diverse perspectives and evaluating the evidence for ourselves. Only by doing so can we hope to uncover the truth and make informed decisions about the future of our planet.